There's nothing better in the summertime than hanging out in the backyard with your family. So while the kids are playing, I'm making some no oink pulled pork using jackfruit and oyster mushrooms with an easy vinegar-based coleslaw and a summertime favorite, vegan poke cake. As a mother, I don't have a lot of time to spend in the kitchen preparing meals. I take my family's favorite meals and I put a veganish twist on them. These recipes are quick and full of flavor. The Veganish kitchen is about food, love, family, and my love of cooking for my family. We love hard and we eat good. So come along with me as I give you a glimpse into my life, planning, prepping, and serving Veganish meals. Hi, so now we're ready to get started. First thing we're gonna do is the coleslaw. This is a vinegar-based coleslaw, and it's super simple. If you just pick up a bag of the coleslaw mix at the grocery store. If you don't want to do that, you can just use a large head of cabbage and just shred it really finely, and that works just as well. And you can put red cabbage in there if you would like, or carrots, but for the Alabama style that I'm going for, which is kind of the theme of today, this Alabama pulled pork with the white barbecue sauce and the vinegar-based coleslaw, then all you need is cabbage for the coleslaw. But I just picked up a mix from the grocery store to make it super simple. The first thing I'm gonna do is put it into a Ziploc bag. That way I can save some space in the refrigerator. You can just put it in a bowl that has a lid on it. I'm going to put the coleslaw right in here. And then I'm going to put 1 cup of white vinegar in here. And 1 cup of sugar. Just pour that on there. And a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to toss that around. Right here in the bag. Make it super easy. So like I said, it saves some space in the refrigerator, putting it in this Ziploc bag. And I just want to make sure that the vinegar is getting covered over all of this mixture so that the sugar dissolves and every part of it has this nice tangy taste to it. So there we go. I'm going to push out all of the air and sip it up. And then I'm going to just toss this into the refrigerator. You could actually do this the night before that you need it, because it can sit overnight. But if you don't do it the night before, if you do it just a few hours before you need it, it's good as it's perfect as well. So let me put this in the refrigerator, and then we're going to get started on that the pulled pork using jackfruit and king oyster mushrooms. Right, so we're going to go ahead and get started on the barbecue jackfruit. So I'm using king oyster mushrooms and jackfruit to make my barbecue jackfruit because I like the texture of to have 2 different textures in mine. So I already started shredding up some jackfruit. This is jackfruit in brine. You could also get it in water. There's definitely a texture difference when you get it in water versus in brine. So just have a few pieces left. Now what I'm going to do is take the seeds out of here and then just shred it. So if you can see right here, there is a seed in here, right here. That's the outer part. Now, granted, you can actually eat the seed. You don't have to pull it out. And if you want to do that, you can eat it. I have eaten them before, and they just have a little bit of a bitter taste to it, but it wouldn't ruin your dish or anything. And that would cut down on some time if you didn't do this part. But I didn't want the bitter taste, and especially since I'm making it for the kids, I don't want them to, not like something because of one little step I chose not to do. Take a fork and shred it. And you see it just shreds real simply, that top part. And the bottom, that core part, the part that's a little bit tougher, that doesn't shred as easy, but I'm gonna cut the bottom off of these, and I'm gonna cut off the top. Now, these caps are perfect for like putting in a stir fry or just sauteing it up. And you actually could put it into this dish as well. It's not gonna hurt. I'll see in the end if I'm gonna do that. I'm not sure yet. I haven't made that decision. But I do know I don't want this bottom in there. So I got those mushroom caps. Again, I'm gonna take my fork, and these shred very simply by just running the fork through it. You see how it's starting to shred? And it mimics the shredded meats. So if you want it to have more of a chicken flavor, like shredded chicken, you would just change your spices up just a little bit. So I'm just gonna continue to do this. And then once I'm done, I will go over to the stove and we're gonna cook it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the onion. And I'm gonna crush a little bit of garlic in here too. Got my little burnt wooden handle. I have this on a medium heat, and it smells delicious just right here. You see onions and the garlic going, smells delicious. And I put a little bit of olive oil in the pan just to kind of get some of that going. So I got both the jackfruit and the oyster mushrooms in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in. And again, that was 2 cans of jackfruit and then 4 canned oyster mushrooms. And I'm going to put some vegetable stock in here. And I think I might need a little bit more of that, but we'll wait to the end and see where we're at. Some of that moisture from the jackfruit is going to start coming out too, and from the mushrooms. So I have some apple cider vinegar. I have some pork seasoning. So this does not have any pork in it. It doesn't have any meat byproducts in it. It's just seasoning that they say would go well with pork. So that's why I'm using the seasoning. And this has cumin, cinnamon, I think, what else was in this? I think a little brown sugar, chili powder. It's a bunch of different seasonings, but you can pick up whichever your favorite pork seasoning is, or you can put a little blend. There's garlic in there too, and I'm sure some salt, but you can smell it. It's got, you can smell that cinnamon. And then I'm just gonna add some cayenne peppers to that as well. And one more thing, I'm just gonna put a little bit of liquid smoke in here. Just a little bit. I'm just putting a little bit because I'm actually going to take this to another level and put it in the smoker. I'm gonna, once I cook this down some, I'm gonna take it and put it in a pan and take it to my smoker, and then it's gonna get it's gonna cook a little bit more, and it's gonna get some of that smoky flavor in there as well. So I'm very excited about that. I was raised in St. Louis, but I grew up in Alabama, and that's where I went to college. I went to Alabama A&M, and that's in Huntsville, or let's see, Normal, Alabama actually is where Alabama A&M is. And so the first time I ever had this pulled pork, kind of, it was actually pulled chicken, because I never really ate pork, especially growing up. And then when I did get a little bit older, I ate pork here and there, mostly bacon. But I had a pulled chicken sandwich from this place called BBQ Jackfruit in Decatur, Alabama, and it is so good. They would put a white barbecue sauce on it, and they would put a vinegar-based coleslaw on it, and then pork rinds. And it was so good. It tasted so delicious, and I just loved it so much. So that's really where it was inspired by Big Bob Gibson's restaurant in Decatur, Alabama. But then you turn it down just a little bit and just kind of let it cook. So while that's soaking up the juices and the seasonings, I'm gonna check on I'm gonna start the smoker. So we'll be back. I got the smoker going, so it's all fired up, and I'm going to just take a quick look at this. And this is looking perfect too. Let's see if I can get all of it into this one. That's perfect, but if not, I got an extra one as well. And we can take this out, and the smoker should be ready to go. So I'm going to stick this outside. I just put the pulled pork into the smoker. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this poke cake. I'm gonna do this because it's gonna sit in the refrigerator for a little bit, and so I wanna make sure it has enough time to chill. And then I got a couple other things after that. So to start off the poke cake, we need to dissolve this jello or into some hot water. They have vegan brands out there, so you make sure you get the vegan brand, okay? And I'm gonna put a little bit of cooler water, so it's not too hot. And so what makes this poke cake is that you're actually poking holes in it. So you can use a fork or you can use a chopstick. This was my daughter's idea. And just kind of poke some holes in. And so I just have prepared a basic white cake. You can use whatever your favorite recipes are. Now I'm gonna just take this and pour it all over top of the cake. So this is a dairy-free, coconut-based whipped topping. So I'm just going to take it and smooth it on. This is so light, perfect for any backyard or picnic or anything that you have going on during the summer months. So you can decorate this however you want. I got blueberries that are clean, and just kind of, I know when I was younger I used to do like a flag, and you can do that. But you can decorate however you want. I should have got the girls in here to help decorate this, huh? That would have been fun. Let me see. Jalen, Jade. So I'm gonna wait for them to come down here. I'm gonna go ahead and start slicing up these strawberries so they can go ahead and put the strawberries on. Do you want to come help decorate this cake?
Yeah.
Okay. You got clean hands?
I don't know.
Well, go ahead and clean your hands real quick, and then you can come decorate. Are your hands clean?
Yeah.
That over here. All right. So
there.
Okay. You can come over here and you can decorate however you want. We got strawberries and blueberries to decorate.
Ooh.
I already put the whipped topping on. Thought it'd be fun, right? Oops. I'm gonna just eat this one, right? Because it's all. That was good. Oh, look at that. Was that a smiley face?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys did such a pretty job. Thank you, girls. You want to go back outside? All right, I'll see y'all when I'm done. Thank you. All right. So, I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator, and then I'm gonna get started on a little snack for them, the vegan pork rinds. I'll see you in just a moment. So I'm gonna make a little quick snack. They're gonna be vegan pork rinds, so they can be a snack, but they can also work for the sandwich because, like I said, this restaurant called Big Bob Gibson's in Decatur, Alabama, they put pork rinds on that sandwich, and so it really was so good. So I actually have some garlic powder, some cayenne, some salt, and onion powder that I just put together, and I'm gonna mix it all together right here. And this is going to be the little seasoning I'm gonna put on top of it. So vegan pork rinds, you know, pork rinds are made from, you know, the skin of a pig. So to get that skin texture, we're gonna use rice paper. It's pretty cool because there's actually just a normal little rice paper snack that people, I think it's Korean. It's a Korean dish. And all I'm gonna do is just cut some strips, and I'm gonna make them a little bit smaller, so I'll cut them in half. And these fry up in like seconds. Like, it's so quick, it's so fast. So that's why it's a great little snack. And they taste so good just by themselves, so you really don't have to put them on your sandwich if you don't want to. So I'm gonna take these over to the fryer and just start frying them up, and then I'll sprinkle some of this seasoning on when it comes out of the fryer. That way it can stick to it. So we're over here, the oil is hot, so I'm gonna just put one of these little skins, and I want you to see how fast these fry up. Look how quick that is. It's done. Take it here, and sprinkle a little bit of seasoning on there. I'm gonna add this because this is gonna give it some nice color too. Yeah. When you look at pork rinds, they have that kind of like a little reddish tint to it. So hopefully that helps with the color. So let's just keep going. And it's done. Like, you almost can't even put more than one in because it goes so fast. Sprinkle some of this seasoning on top of these. Season this up. Oops. Just taste it. The bowl is full. I'm gonna just take these out and see what they think of them, and I'll make a few more if they like them. So I'll see you outside. Hey guys, I got a snack for you guys to taste. This is vegan pork rinds. So I just made pork rinds. Well, typically you would take the skin of a pig and fry it up. But this is just rice paper. Uh-oh. This is just rice paper. And then I fried it up and put some seasoning on it. It was like garlic. No, it's not spicy. Garlic powder, some onion powder.
I like this. This is an actual chip.
Yeah. You know?
Tastes like a potato chip.
Yeah.
That's very thin.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is really good actually.
Yeah. I like it. Family time is so important. It doesn't matter who makes up your family, as long as you're spending quality time together. And even though the kid's father and I are no longer together, we still make sure we have a good relationship, because in this situation, the children come first. Their well-being is what matters.
Okay. My turn.
So I just pulled the pulled pork out of the oven, out of the smoker. And so it's right over here. It tastes amazing, smells amazing. So the last thing really to do is just to make this Alabama white sauce. It's vinegar based and it has mayo in it, but I'm gonna use a vegan mayo. So I have some garlic, some crushed garlic. I have some horseradish. I have some apple cider vinegar, some water to help loosen and thin it out. And I'm gonna do a squeeze of lemon, and I have some spices here. I have mustard powder, some black pepper, cayenne, salt, and some sugar. Slice this lemon so it's ready to go when I'm ready. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna put the garlic in first. And then I'm going to put in the horseradish and some apple cider vinegar. And I'll go ahead and put the spices in. So I'm going to take this little baby whisk and whisk it all together. This sauce is so good. If you've never had a white barbecue sauce, I'm telling you, definitely try this. Right. I'm going to squeeze just a little bit of lemon juice in there. There you go. Now you see, it's still pretty thin. And they get it even thinner than this. Okay, so got my little tasting spoon. Mix it in a little bit more. And just, that's really good. I love it. So this is all ready to go. The pulled pork is ready to go. Pulled pork. It's ready to go, so I'm gonna make up a couple of sandwiches and put the coleslaw together, and we're just gonna take it outside and we're gonna sit around and eat and play and enjoy ourselves. So I'll see you outside, actually. Remember, you helped make that and decorate it. There you go. Oh, you already got it. Mommy, I made these sandwiches too. So this is pulled pork, no oink. So it's got oyster, king oyster mushrooms and jackfruit. You want to take a sandwich? So a couple of them do not have. I have a white barbecue sauce. It's Alabama white barbecue sauce. Some don't have coleslaw, and some do. Yeah. So just try that. Did you want yours with coleslaw on it or not? Okay. And these are so good. Okay, go ahead and try it. So it's got a vinegar-based coleslaw and a big vinegar-based white barbecue sauce. How y'all like it?
It's good.
Does it taste like pulled pork? Mm-hmm. Well, this
seems like a lot of fun, right, guys? You guys got to play outside. You're all done? Wow. Was that good?
I bet it was.
This was one of my favorites when I was little. Summertime favorite, just like I said. Did you like your cake too? It was delicious. Do you like the strawberries that you put on there?
Yeah.
And lots of dairy-free whipped cream? Yeah. All right, well, we're gonna finish up having our family backyard fun, and we will see you next time. I bet I'll beat you over there.
So I just put the pool.
You can keep going. I'm about to sneeze.
Okay, well you have to stop doing gestures in the midst of me talking. She's like, so I'm like, it's not on my face.
Got a big booger hanging out of your nose.
Right here. And instead of stopping, I'm just gonna just say something. Okay, sorry.
Did you press record on?